Hi there.
Alright guys, this month we're going to talk about a topic that we touched on in the overhead press video, and that's using the tripod to maintain your balance with all of your lifts. You're going to use this for all the foundational lifts in CrossFit, but I think it's important to touch on because we have a tendency to either shift our weight too far back over our heels or too far forward over our toes during these lifts. So we're going to use Greg as a model to show some of the common foot faults that we'll see during the lifts and how that's going to affect your stability, not just at the feet, but all the way up to your torso, to your arms, to anything that's involved in the lift. So what I'm going to have Greg do is stand and face me. The first fault that we'll typically see is what we call the duck foot. And with the duck foot, the person turns their feet out to try to cheat out of not having enough ankle mobility. With Greg in this position, I'm just going to have him try to maintain his arms in a bicep curl position, and I'm going to try to break him. And so I'm going to have him hold, and as soon as I start to increase pressure, he loses his stability, which as you can see goes all the way up into his torso and his arms. The second one that I'm going to have him do is keep his weight in his heels. So I'll still have him turn his feet into parallel, but I'm going to have him keep his weight into his heels and try to hold his arms straight out in front of him. Same thing. As I increase force, he loses his stability at his torso and his arms. The last one we're going to do is what we call the tripod. And to refresh on the tripod, Greg is going to center his weight over the knuckle of his big toe, the knuckle of his pinky toe, and his heel. What this is doing is it's shifting his weight directly over the center of his foot, which is the biggest area of his foot, and it's going to be able to withstand the most amount of force. When he does that, if he holds his arms straight out in front of him, and then I apply force again, Greg makes me look like an asshole. So we use the biceps curl test as an example of how foot position and where you load your foot is going to affect the lift. This can be translated into anything from a squat, from your box jumps, from your running. No matter what the movement is in CrossFit, you want to maintain that tripod for your base of support.